Meanwhile, civic leaders in National City voted this week to whittle away at the city's $3 million deficit by reducing hours at libraries and community centers. Just 4 years ago, National City voters approved a 1% increase in the city's sales tax. It's now at 9.75%, the highest in the county. The funds went into the city's general fund to boost city services. In 2008, there was a move to repeal this 1-cent tax, which was defeated by the voters. The tax is still there, and so are the proposed cuts. What has the additional tax been used for?
Well, a lot of it has gone to pay for salaries and benefits of city workers. That's the biggest part of the budget of any municipal government in California. So the reality is that raising the tax, as the voters did, now they've done it twice, has not spared them from having cuts in services, which are now looming. So I think National City offers a cautionary tale for the voters of San Diego as they consider whether to raise their sales tax by ½ cent, as Mayor Jerry Sanders and a majority of the City Council has asked them to do.
Is it always the cost of public employees and their pensions and their health care that tosses the cities into the red?
Well, it's because, as has been said before, that cost is usually about 80% of the budget. But I think when we look at this question that you just proposed, that Bob responded to, that the people could look at National City as a reason to support the sales tax, because National City does have, though it's a small city, it has that $6 million reserve that it wouldn't have, and it says that they would have been in more dire situation if it had not been for the sales tax increase. And so we're going to have the personnel problems, but we still perhaps are going to be able to save some time in terms of cuts in services.
But John, National City did not do what San Diego now is about to do, establish reform measures to control government spending before imposing a higher city tax. Do you expect that you get more success once you say, okay, these are the reforms, and now we're going to ask for more revenue?
The reforms are long-term because you have senior employees, many of whom are going to retire, their pensions and contracts are already in place. Even if they had done so when they set this up, they would still have some of the same debt today because it takes a while for that cycle to change. So it applies to new employees, and attrition will make the difference over a period of time.
But the real problem in the city of San Diego with the sales tax proposal is that the supposed reforms amount to very little. They are really not fundamental reforms. They will not save the city much money. For example, one of the so-called reforms is to require the city to develop rules for outsourcing government services. It doesn't require that any services be outsourced. It's simply the only reform is that they're going to do what the voters told them to do in 2006 when the voters approved the outsourcing measure. The promises contained in that, for the most part, in my view, are very hollow. So you can't, in my view, say that if you pass this sales tax, you're going to get real reform, because what the City Council has promised does not add up to real reform.
Brief reply.
Well, we know that you can't get real reform with just the passage of the tax because there's a whole host of things in the package that has to go with it. But it represents a major start in a time of crisis.
Okay, thank you very much.